Hey guys, happy Wednesday. It's Kyle here. And this week we're talking about jobs. so, I guess the best way to start for me would be before I started transitioning and before I came out and whatnot. Um, I worked at a shoe store for about 2 years. Um, and I wasn't out. And I was like a sales associate. And um, they were pretty not, I don't want to say conservative, but they had their own ideas of how the world should work, basically. Um, and they knew I was into girls, and thought that was weird enough. Um, so it wasn't until I was about to quit, um, that I came out, because that's at that point I was beginning my name change and transition and whatnot, and I had to change my name legally with the company. Um, so I decided it'd be easier just to come out completely, because I was at that point where like I was seriously getting sick of being misgendered, and it was just becoming too much for me to go to work every day. It was like a struggle. Um, so I came out. No one really understood it. I got like the typical invasive questions that trans people get. Um, and but I gotta say, like, they did try. I'd known them for 2 years. We were friendly. Um, so they tried. I have to give them props. They tried to use the correct pronouns, and my managers were actually the greatest. My store manager was like, "This doesn't matter to me. It doesn't affect your work ethic. You're still great. Blah blah blah." So he was pretty cool. And then my other manager was like, "Oh yes, okay, let's change your name on your name tag. Let's do this." And she was really hip and cool for an old lady, I guess. So yeah, I liked her. Um, anyways, then I quit because I wanted a better paying job with better hours. Um, so now I work for my family company. They've known me since my mom took over this company. Um, most of the employees that were there when I started knew me from before. Only a couple are still there now, but that being said, they didn't know me well enough for it to be a problem. Um, I was early in my transition, so I mean there was some misgendering, but I had a couple employees that'd be like, correct it immediately or correct others immediately. Um, I really only had like one coworker that was not rude. Get off my computer, kitty cat. Sorry, he's being a butt right now. Look how mad he looks. That was being a butt and just like super invasive about my life. Which it made me really uncomfortable. But he no longer works there. Not for that reason, but it's certainly a plus. Um, but everyone else just didn't. If they had a problem with it, I didn't know about it. Because it didn't make things awkward for me or say anything to me. And when I went to get top surgery, everyone kind of knew that's what was happening. And I mean, I got, they were all really good about it. They were like, "Congratulations," whatnot. So for me, it's been a positive experience, and I'm fortunate enough to be at that point where, from this point forward, it would most likely be a positive experience, having had all my legal stuff changed. Um, and not really having to come out necessarily. Um, for those in the position where they're not as fortunate as I am, they do have to deal with misgendering and being scared to come out for fear of discrimination or getting fired. Do what you think is best. Obviously, it's not the most ideal situation. I really wouldn't wish it on anybody, but you know what's best for you, and if you think it's unsafe to come out, it probably is, especially, I mean, with the way things are in today's society. So, whatever you do, just stay safe and make sure it's in your best interest. Um, yeah. I don't know that this would be very helpful to any of you guys, but it's my experience. I've been very fortunate enough to have a good experience with jobs. I appreciate that, and I really do wish the best for all of you. So thank you. That's a little bit about my experience. See you guys next week.